Hello. I sort of just woke up about 20 minutes back and I have sandwich and lady's finger. Can you see that? So my mom made no, it's not sandwich, it's just bread. It's not even toasted. And there's lady's finger. And that's my breakfast. I know, my mom's working, and mom, if you're seeing this, you could have toasted it, added some butter. Who knows? So while I eat my bread, I'm gonna tell you what we have in plan for today. Sorry. If you have watched my previous videos, you know that I'm a software developer. I used to work for Blinkit. I launched one app earlier on January. It didn't work so well. It went to the top charts, okay? It hit like top 122 in the food and drinks category at its peak. And today we are gonna launch our second app, or at least submit our second app, and I'll take you guys through the whole process of what all goes when you're trying to submit an app on the App Store. I know you are going to think that this is a tech video, so if you're someone who's curious about how people launch their app on the App Store, today I'm gonna show you everything, including some remaining code that I have to do, because that's a lot of work left, and if I want to launch my app today, I need to start working. Maybe after I finish lady's finger with bread. After that, I'll start working. So here's the infamous sandwich and lady's finger. So I'm gonna do a little magic on it. Hope you guys are ready, and bam. So before we go any further, I would like to tell you that this video is part of 20 videos in 20 days challenge. The remaining videos are most likely not going to be related to this, but if you want to see more such cool content, then you should subscribe to me. I'm gonna go sleep. That is why the bed shot. Just kidding, too much work. So if you're not an iOS developer, this is Xcode. This is the software you use to launch your apps to the App Store. And you can see that not just iPhone, iPad or Mac, but Apple Vision Pro is also supported. And you can do everything using this one software. So you can see like here, iOS Bytes is not the name of the app, but like I'll reveal it soon. You can change the target location to my iPhone, and I can start building it. So once it builds, you can see the app fully functional, and that's what we're going to do. So let me introduce you to the app. So while I start screen recording, let me tell you, it's called iOS Sorted. It's an app for iOS developers to prepare for interviews or stay updated with knowledge. So I started developing this app as a necessity. So finding good quality iOS questions is really hard on the internet. There are a lot of good questions, but you need to refer multiple sources. And that was becoming very hard for me. So I thought, like, why not just make an app that compiles all these questions, and that's what you're seeing right now. So the idea behind this is you get the same dopamine when you swipe through dating apps, but now you're getting that while staying productive, and you're also, you probably also could get a job, who knows. So here, if I want to know what does dynamic dispatch mean, I can simply tap to reveal the answer in case I don't know. Say this answer doesn't convince me and I want to read more, there's a button below and it takes you to the web page, all happening within the app, and you can go read about it, and that's all. So basically it's a very nice interview preparation companion per se, and even if you're not preparing for interviews, this has some very good quality knowledge, and you can use it to stay up to date with your iOS knowledge. Yeah, this is my own app, okay, sort of like sponsored video, except that like I'm sponsoring it myself. Does that make sense? Okay, whatever, it's my app. So there are 150 questions that are ready, 151 actually, and I think for a demo release this should be completely fine. So as far the questions are concerned, we are all set for tomorrow's release. I had given the app out for beta testing. Beta testing is something that you can do through the App Store, where you can distribute the app to select few people before you want to finally push it out to the public on the App Store. So I shared my app with few of my friends, and they came back with two very important suggestions, and I think I should implement them now. There's a little button which allows you to go back to the previous question that you came from. Right now, a user who's coming to the app freshly, he might not know that such a option exists for him, right? Or him or her. So in this particular case, if I'll have to figure out how I can tell the user that there's an option to go back to the last question. So these are two important feedbacks that came back from beta testing, and now you know how beta testing works. So I'm gonna go fix that, fix those two issues. I'll probably let you guys know how I fixed it, but now I have to think a little bit about it. So while fixing these issues, I can show you actually a montage of the code that I'm writing. So that way you'll also know that how an actual code is being written by a programmer when he tries to push his apps to the App Store. And yeah, so I think writing code is the most enjoyable part of the process, because when you're writing code, it's just free flow of thoughts, right? The things that I don't like are debugging, because sometimes you never know where the problem is. Then obviously all these things like designing the screenshots and all, they are like pretty hard. I still have to get to designing the screenshots, but before that I'll fix these issues with the code. And once we design screenshots, everything will be ready. Then we can go ahead with the app release. We can push it to the App Store. I'll show you guys, but before that, let's go to the code. I'm gonna show you what a simulator is. So most of the time we don't have our phone available with us to test, and that time simulator comes in very handy. So with Xcode you can access any simulator starting from iPhone 15 or iPhone 8, anything, and you can test across your devices on how your app is performing and how your app looks on different devices. So for that, Xcode has this. Just a second. Oh yeah, there it is. An exact same simulator. For most of the cases, simulator behaves exactly same as a mobile, and for that reason it's very effective. I say most of the cases because there are some situations, such as when you're using location, because a simulator doesn't have its own GPS. It assumes coordinates and everything, but when you're having your phone, things like location coordinates and all differ a lot from the simulator experience to the real mobile experience. And also the simulator in most cases can't receive notifications, like the push notifications that all the Instagram messages and all the notification that you get. A simulator can't get that. So there are situations where you can't absolutely use it. You have to use the phone, but almost 90% of the time, almost 95% of the time, simulator works well. So coming to the problem that I said, normal user, he's gonna swipe through the cards, but he's not exactly gonna know what this feature is, and that feature is the backtrack option. So say you go to the next question over here, in which they are asking about dynamic typing. You go back, but you feel like you want to revisit the old question. So in this case, you just go back. So how does the user know that this option does indeed exist for them? They don't. So we need to tell them, and that is the problem that I'll be working on. So I'm gonna keep my mobile behind me, and it's going to give you a montage of me writing code, but I'm gonna focus and solve this issue. This is the first time I'm stepping outside my home all day, because I woke up and had to edit yesterday's video, and I also have to go to the gym. My hair is a mess. A lot of things are not right. I can't publish my app today and I just realized that. So it's 6 p.m. and yes, a lot of things are pending. I can't release the app. One thing that I know for sure is that by the time you guys are watching this video, which is like tomorrow, the app should be live. So while you guys are checking out, try to see if the link is attached in the description, okay? Because if it is attached, then the app is live. Otherwise it's probably not. But let's hope it's live, and we're gonna hopefully hope that Apple doesn't reject the app. So yeah, that actually happens a lot. So whenever you submit the app to App Store, right, Apple can either reject your app, or they can ask for further evidences that this is your original work and all these things. So it's not very straightforward, similar to a lot of things in life. But obviously I haven't received an app rejection just yet, but while I was working with Blinkit, I did see a few app rejections, but it's easily solvable, shouldn't be an issue. Just that the release might be delayed. Do you see a flight over there? Okay. Yeah, like I was saying, if the app gets rejected, the release might be delayed even more. But life. It's time to go start working again. So I was kind of losing my mind, so I came to the gym, and now I finished my workout. I'm headed right back home and back to solving problems. I really hope I can reach my goal today. So I'm gonna do what I can. I'm gonna commit to the goal and I'm gonna pull through, okay? Commit! I'm tired. So I returned from the gym and I've solved one issue. So you remember how the user did not know the position of that button? Here I've added a small animation to it. So say if you swipe normally, nothing is going to happen. But if you swipe too fast, like this, then it starts to move like a little bit and it stops. So if a user keeps moving it, it's gonna start and then stop eventually. So this would very gently indicate that that button is supposed to do something. So out of curiosity, the user will tap on that button and he'll see that old question fly back in and he'll figure out, whoa, this is the backtrack feature. Okay, I just did this because I was running out of time. Sometime later I'll come back to it. I'll do it properly. A proper way to do this would be, say something like how Instagram does with the story, add like a circle around the button. So for all the tech nerds out there, the way I did this is I see the time since the last swipe, and once the time is like less than 1 second, I start the pulsating animation and I pass on the way to stop the pulsating animation to a debouncer. So a debouncer is a slightly advanced topic, but so basically all it does is it says that if there are multiple calls to this, say if I am trying to stop the animation multiple times, it just stops once. You don't have to worry much about it. Doesn't do a lot. But in very high impact cases, this is very useful. In my case, probably not, but kind of useful. Okay, so let me quickly start recording my screen here. So now the app is completely functional the way I want it. You can see that all the swipe cards are working properly and the pulsating animation is working properly too. If you want to reveal the answer, that works well. So let's quickly check read more. It should work. I think the network is slow. Yeah, that's perfect. Let's try one more. I'm pretty sure it's just network reason for the delay, otherwise it would work perfectly fine. So now that everything's working, including the animation, it's time to upload it. And here we have to change the build number. I already uploaded say 5 builds, so this would be my 6th build. And once we do this, we have to generate something called as an archive. So it's going to be set as like any iOS device, say iPhone, Mac, anything, doesn't matter. This app is going to be ready for it. So all we have to do is go archive the app. So archive is the process of generating this file called as an IPA file. IPA, I don't remember the full form. I'll probably put it down here. So what IPA does is it's just a format. So Apple has its own transporter application. So transporter takes the IPA and sends it off to App Store Connect, and App Store Connect is where we upload it to the App Store from. And while this is happening, I can show you how App Store Connect looks like. So this is App Store Connect. It's going to have a bunch of details. So this is the uploading procedure. I think it'll get over in about less than a minute. But before that, so all the apps that I have, let me just quickly show that to you guys. So this is Apple's App Store Connect, yeah. So App Store Connect is like $100 subscription yearly. That's like 8,700 Indian rupees. And doing that, you get access to analytics, business, and all the in-app purchases. Everything is handled by Apple. So I think it's a pretty good deal. Oh, you can see that here the app is uploaded now. So it'll take some time to get displayed on App Store Connect, but in the meantime, I can show you how it would look like eventually. This is one of my older builds, so we need to fill out a bunch of these sections, the screenshots. We have to add promotional text, description, and once we do this, we're all set. We can go and upload our apps to the App Store. Now that thing's there, I'll just show you how it would look once it's complete. Yes. So this is my old app. It's a food suggestion kind of app. Didn't work out, but yeah. So once you have all the screenshots uploaded, it's going to look something like this. And we have the description and we have the what's new section. All of them to be filled accordingly, and we'll get to it right now. But before everything, the first thing we have to do is, of course, create these screenshots. So I'll see you there when we do that. So the camera is this side. Peace. So I just found out that you can randomly add screenshots without editing it from Figma. You just have to change the resolution. So I've filled out everything, the name, the subtitle, the promotional text required, the description and everything. And you can also see that under app information, I've given a name saying that iOS interview helper. I probably will change that soon. And I'm gonna put it in the education category. So I'm gonna go click add for review now. It's probably going to give me some error because the last time I remember doing this. Oh damn. Okay, I have to upload much more screenshots. I think I have done everything necessary now. Let's try by adding to review. Hopefully it works out. Oh yeah, I did. So right now I have the iOS app 1.0 and okay, then I click submit to app review. If everything goes well, which it should, then one item submitted and it's waiting for review. So now that I've submitted the app for review by Apple, I just have to wait. Sometimes it takes between 6 hours to 12 hours, but all we can do is wait. So by the time you're seeing this video, there's a good amount of chance that the app could be live, in which case I'll share the link along in the description. But if it's not live, it'll come out the next day. And like whenever it is, I'll share the link on the description. It could at times take more than 18 hours also. It's like very unpredictable. So right now I've done everything I could, and this is the general procedure of how you upload an app to the App Store. I'm gonna go sleep. I'm sorry if this video got like too much techie for you. Tomorrow is going to be a very fun video, so wait for that. You're gonna enjoy that one much more than this. If you are not into tech, if you are into tech, I'm pretty sure you enjoy this video, right? So that was day 2 of 20 videos in 20 days challenge, and I hope you enjoyed it. Please do hit subscribe, show some love for the effort. And before I let you guys go, I want to show you this thing, okay? So remember how I complained about the bindi that my mom made, a lady's finger that my mom made along with my bread, and that do not toast, bread, okay? So you should see this. That's a living LPG cylinder in the middle of my room. Why? Nobody knows. Ask my mom. Maybe I'll leave her contact details below and you can ask, what is cylinder doing? Why is there bindi with my bread? There's just so much questions in my head right now. So, anyway, that was day 2. See you all tomorrow where we're gonna do something very fun and very exciting. So, see you then.